Part two of WPSD's Local 6 Legal Line, visiting with Tara Swanson of the Bryant Law Center, Paducah and Louisville, taking your criminal defense questions at 1-888-208-6946. And Tara, before we get to those questions, got a little special event coming up to honor the late, great Albert Jones.
Yes, we do. We're excited to have this event to honor Albert and his memorial service. We're going to have some live music, and some local singers are going to come as a tribute to him. It's going to be a fantastic event. We invite everybody out. It's going to be on May 13th at noon at Albert Jones Park, the park that was named in his honor. He was just an incredible human and did some incredible things. And even though I didn't get to know him long, as soon as we met, we connected immediately. And we're very happy to get to honor him in this way. And we miss him greatly, and we invite everybody out to that.
And if you never had the pleasure of meeting and knowing Albert Jones, he was one of a kind. I will say that, a very special man. I have a question from Jerome, who says, I was arrested, but I was never read my Miranda rights. Can I get my case dismissed because of that? You ever hear that?
I hear that a lot. We get lots of questions about Miranda rights. It's one of the most, I think, misunderstood issues because it's so prominent in every crime show and movie you've ever seen. You've heard people read them. However, the Supreme Court case states that they don't have to read you Miranda rights just because you're being arrested. You have to be read Miranda rights before a custodial interrogation. So there's two parts to that. You have to be in custody. It can't be just stopping to talk to you on the street. And it has to be an interrogation, meaning that the police officer has to be asking you questions. So just because you're arrested does not mean that they have to read you your Miranda rights. And if they did fail to read you your Miranda rights when you should have, that doesn't mean your case is going to get dismissed necessarily. What it means is the remedy for that is to suppress the evidence that they illegally obtained. So if they still have plenty of other evidence against you, your case probably isn't going to get dismissed. But if all the evidence they had was things that they got illegally, then your case might get dismissed based on that.
We have a question from Keith, who says, I got a call from a detective who said they were going to indict me on several charges. I would like to meet with them to find out what evidence they have against me because I didn't do what they said I did, but I'm nervous to do that. Is that really a good idea?
Yeah, another question we get pretty frequently is the cops want to talk to me. What should I do? We advise in most situations, it's never a good idea to talk to the police officers. If they're going to charge you, they're going to charge you. And if they're not, they're not. And you talking to them is really not going to do much good. Talk to an attorney first. You want to be polite and cooperative. We always want to be respectful of our law enforcement. They're just trying to do their jobs. However, you can just say, hey, I would like to meet with you, but let me talk to an attorney first, and get an attorney to go to that interrogation with you if you feel like you just insist on going. If you just want to see the evidence that they have against you, you'll get to see that eventually. Again, they'll charge you or they won't, but you will get to see that eventually. And it's just too risky to go talking to someone when you're not exactly sure what's going on. You know, the police can lie to you in an interrogation. They don't have to be honest about a lot of things. So they may not even tell you the evidence they have. So it's just not a good idea, especially without an attorney present.
Joe Rourke was our guest talking about divorce. Tara Swanson, our guest, discussing criminal defense, both from the Bryant Law Center in Paducah and Louisville.